Where am I?
Lock and load, boys. It's a new episode of Bad Boy Crimes.
Did that get picked up on the mic?
I will add it in post.
Great.
Folks, we have young Marty on the cast. Is that your preferred intro?
Whatever works. You know, I don't want to cause a problem.
Daniel's dad, 19. Who's Daniel?
I just thought it was a really funny name.
It is. No, it's a great name. It's very iconic. But I see that and I'm like, who's Daniel? What happened in 1976? I need to get to the bottom of this.
I'm not at liberty to discuss it.
All right. Well, you're the one with the bigger gun than me at the moment because we all have guns here in the Bad Boy Crimes studio. They're all aimed at each other's foreheads.
Yeah, to make sure that this is a really good pod.
Yeah.
This is where you have to yes and every bit. Otherwise,
yes, I'm the squid defender today.
Oh no, Coach Heads, I need your strength. All one of you.
Me and Conrad.
He's on the show.
Yeah. Oh man, how's everybody doing?
I am fine.
You sound better. You sound much less sick than you did last week.
I'm still. Better. I don't think I have any illness within my body. I just think that my lungs are full of smoke forever.
I mean, that's fun.
I think there's just like a little house within my lungs that like smoke lives there.
Oh, so the house doesn't have a chimney that's constantly running. It's just a regular house and like a little smoke man with a little smiley face and like little smoke arms and little smoke legs.
It's like it's there. Smoke, his neighbor's noob Cybot. It's
you should call a chimney cleaner for your lungs.
A little chimney sweep.
Yeah,
I would love to have a chimney
Dyke,
sweep.
Right? Didn't he do that in What's the thing? There's the chimney sweeps on the roofs.
Fiddler on the Roof?
No,
that's Fiddlers.
Mary Poppins.
Bibbidi Boppity Boo?
No, you guys are gaslighting me right now. I'm definitely
Mission Impossible 2?
No, Mary Poppins. Okay, yeah, Dick Van Dyke, Mary Poppins. He was a little chimney sweep guy, right?
Yeah.
All I know is the Dick Van Dyke Show. There's like a whistle intro, maybe, perhaps.
He should be canceled for that name. It's very offensive.
You know who else has a name who should be canceled? Joseph Biden. Am I right, folks? Stole the dang election. What's the statute of limitations on that?
What'd you say, Marty?
The dang ass Joe Biden.
Ass Joe Biden.
Is
that what Boomhauer is saying these days? I don't know if King of the Hill is still running. I assume not.
No, they're rebooting it.
Is Boomhauer going to be talking about dang ass Joe Biden?
That's a great question. I sure hope so.
You don't have all the ins and outs? You're not on the inside?
No.
Talking to Mike Judge?
I figured I would leave that to Coach since he's the Texas head.
Well,
that is true.
I'm a Texas resident. By the way, at Whataburger, they're having a new spicy ketchup. And I think it's pretty good, but I don't know if I like the new one or the old one more. They're just different. I would like to just say,
did they
keep
have
both
an
of
old
them.
spicy ketchup?
Yeah, they're like, I went to the thing this morning before the podcast and I was like, hey, I would like some spicy ketchup with my honey butter chicken biscuit, please. And they're like, would you like the new one or the old one? And I said, excuse me. And then they're like, yeah, the new one has this pepper thing in it. I'm like, I guess I'll get the new one. And then he gave me both anyways. But he's like, you can vote on them online. And I said, okay. And now I'm kind of compelled to get into it.
Vote on your phones now.
Literally vote on your phones now.
I love a democratically elected ketchup.
But they're both good. That's the thing. I'm like, dang, like I like both of them for different reasons. Some guy in the Coward Hour Discord was saying they taste the same, but he's fucking dumb.
Morons.
I don't think anyone in the Coward Hour Discord has
Doom Scroll.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
How about Dune Scroll, and it's them being really obsessed with the big worm?
Nick, how much would Nick love that big worm?
Oh, man. I'm amazed he's not already a worm stan.
Yeah, he's kind of a little worm, you know? He's a worm-like individual. Yeah, that's right, Nick.
I
know you're listening.
He's not listening.
Well, but now if he does, if he just decided to, you know, oh, what are those guys at Bad Boy Crimes doing? And I'm like, oh, throwing down the fucking gauntlet, dude.
He's going to come back and do the exact same thing.
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah, he's going to triple down on me being Chinese.
He's going to buy a broken microphone.
He's going to go on. He's going to be wearing a rice patty hat.
Yes.
And we'll be saying a lot about Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, he'll say he learned like Vietnamese and just start doing Chinese voice.
Yeah.
How great is Nick?
Guys,
though?
check out the Doug Zone episode. You can listen to Nick be rude to me on
redeem himself.
If you liked the Nick episode of Bad Boy Crimes where he was rude to Coach, wait till you hear the Doug Zone episode where he's rude to Coach.
And I'm not even there. I was having a rough morning that day for various reasons, and like one of them was I didn't get as good of grades I wanted at work because it's grade time, and I didn't get a 5 out of 5. I only got a 4 out of 5 on my little report card, and I was very cross about that. And I was like, well, I'll listen to this episode of the Doug Zone because, you know, Matt and Jillian assured me that nice things were said about me and the show, and I said, okay. That was a fucking lie.
It's fine. I mean, we've been fairly rude to Nick when he's not here to defend himself.
Yeah, I mean, true. And I'm also rude to him to his face sometimes. So
I've never been rude to anybody personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name one time.
Real nice guy.
Thank you.
Well, we don't need to dig up old Discord drama with people that aren't even there anymore, who also don't listen anymore.
Never listened.
Yeah. Those are our best fans, are the ones who are in the Discord and do not listen. Because the fuck are you doing?
We gotta have one of the highest ratios of fans who don't listen for any podcast. No.
No comment. I listen. And
I know you listen.
Prove that I don't.
You have mentioned specific bits from time to time.
And I'm like, wow. I'm like, people listen.
I look at the numbers. I see which states are listening.
I bring in a lot of my fellow Texans. I will let the record
a lot
show.
of Texas heads in the demographics.
Actually, I think most people who listen are coach heads. It's just none of them are on Discord.
That's
never will defend me because I know there's a group chat where all y'all are talking shit.
Yeah, it's the Doug Zone.
Yeah, and I'm there, and I see it.
I'm looking at the numbers right now.
Oh, this is great.
This is big news. Surprisingly, our second most listened state, Virginia.
Yeah, there's 3 people in the Doug Zone from Virginia? That tracks.
Well, I'm like from Virginia, so like in theory, I could have friends from Virginia listening, but I know they don't.
Yeah. The numbers indicate that it's more than the people in the Doug Zone listening from Virginia.
Hey, maybe it's most of Congress and the Senate that listens.
Yeah, maybe it is just the Senate listening. They're like,
Yeah, on the floor.
Matt Gaetz, if you're listening.
I know Mitt Romney's a big coach head.
I know Coach is a big Mitt Romney head.
I have kind of a Mitt Romney head, like sort of ironically, but like it depends on the day.
Okay.
He's bad, but like he's not as bad.
He's the best Republican by like doing nothing.
Yeah.
Which still makes him really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
I do think he sincerely believes in the things that he's doing. For better or for worse, that is at least a little bit more than just like being evil.
Anyway, big ups Virginia.
Shout out Virginia, folks. How nice is Virginia?
It's a great state. I can't say it enough. I love Virginia. I should move back there.
I do too. The time I've spent in Virginia, it's been a very nice area.
It's got everything except the desert, which, that will be my final resting place. Sword in hand, alone.
Wandering the wastelands.
How great is wandering the wastelands as a wandering Ronin? I feel like Dalton's really stealing my like iron sharpens iron thing.
Oh
yeah.
I don't know. I was like, come on. I do not like the implication that Dalton and I might not be so different after all. given his current last 2 months or so. Yeah. But I'm good.
Moments before we hit record, you said you were not going to bring up Dalton.
Did I say that?
I believe you did. Anyway, shout out Tanzania.
Yeah, we got a lot of fans in Tanzania.
Yeah, number 3 podcast out there, right?
Yeah.
Pretty close. You could round. Anyway.
It's actually a real shame that all of my friends who I've worked on, in various MCU projects, and by various, I mean all of them, none of them listen to the podcast, even though I tell them about it all the time. I say, who's a Marvel? I'm like, Tom Holland, you got to listen to this. This is your target. You're our target demographic. And he's like, sorry, I'm too busy getting topped British by Zendaya. And I said, I didn't need to know that, buddy. And then
Tom Holland, everyone in the MCU kind of, they're a bit of oversharers. You know what I mean? Just like, yeah, I get it. Chris Hemsworth.
He listens. Chris Hemsworth does listen.
Yeah.
He has listened to a few, I know.
He FaceTimes me after the good ones, which is, it's not super frequent, but he'll FaceTime me after the good ones. And he's like, oh, that was good. And I'm like, thanks, man. How are you doing? We have a little chat. It's good.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad
I fucking love lying about that. It is so much fun. All-time favorite bit. I'm so glad, Marty. I'm so glad you always lead into it.
It's a really funny bit.
It's
I think I might even start taking
it's funny because it's true.
It is. Well, it is true. I mean,
yeah. Why would it not be true? I don't tell lies. It's good.
I'm just saying it's a common phrase. It's funny because it's true, Marty. You want to come at me? Come at my fucking throat right now?
He's the one with 2 guns.
You know what they say, Squid. I don't have to tell you. You just know what they say.
When you say they, what do you mean by that?
I think you know who I mean.
Interesting.
All those
definitely no one I'm.
How much melanin do they have?
Whoa.
I backed myself into this corner, haven't I?
That's fine. What do you need in your skin to be blue?
Blue paint.
I watched a YouTube video actually.
I watched Avatar and it said something.
No, shut the fuck up. I was watching a YouTube video. It was talking about why there isn't a lot of blue food. Like even blueberries aren't really like
they're
blue,
purple.
Like purple.
Why aren't they called purple berries then? This is really fucked up.
It doesn't roll off the tongue. Yeah,
I think if it was invented as purple berries, it might roll off the tongue.
Or just perp berries.
Perpy bees.
Oh,
now
that I can get into.
Yeah, we're cooking with gas here, folks.
Yeah, folks, at our Twitter and with a picture of blueberries and call them #perpy bees. Let's get that trending on Twitter.
Yeah, we have that power.
Yeah, we do.
We'll do one of those cringe ass Reddit posts. It's like upvote this if they should be called perp berries. So when people Google perp berries, this is the first thing they see.
Yeah, we got. We can collab with the other arm that should not be named of the Cretan Podcast Network, who I am waging civil war against, and it's very one-sided.
It's very funny that both of us separately have had one-sided beefs with that arm of the network.
It was my idea to come up with a network, not Matt's. He just did it.
Yeah. He's all about execution. Wink, wink. And we are the idea men. We come up with ideas.
Like movies, we did a whole lot of that.
I could be in Hollywood. All the movies that I came up with did happen to already be movies, but
but you came to them on your own, and that's
I
important.
did. It's like when I independently invented the counter for pogo sticks. I'm like, what if there was just like a device that you put on your pogo stick and it counts it? And then I saw it at Walmart like a week later.
Yeah, I guess he had a bit of a deadly premonition, you know?
Ooh.
Isn't that right?
It's no, it is funny to imagine like in Hollywood, they're like, well, we need an idea for some dipshit movie, and they literally just did the same exercise we did and landed on like Freaky Friday the 13th, and they're like, and then they
Pretty good.
then they literally just made it.
It's a good movie.
How else do you get to that other than like just
That's how I got there.
a bunch of idiots sitting in a call smushing names together?
I really like
Fever
that they went with
Hitch.
Vince Vaughn for that too.
He's not. Yeah. Why did they pick? Like, did they watch this season of True Detective and they're like, now
He's,
I think they were
he's
watching
doing a dramatic
the
turn.
acclaimed, Fred Claus. I think that's what they were watching.
dude, I've recently. Well, I say recently. It was like 3 years ago, but I watched like the Santa Claus for the first time. Not a good movie.
Is that the Tim Allen one?
Yeah, like it's fine. It's whatever.
I think it's good. I think the second one is bad, and I think the third one is great.
The third one's with Jack Frost, right?
Yeah, Martin Short.
Yeah.
He's a little bit Martin Short on money, if you ask me.
Ooh.
Folks.
Another
I don't
bad
know, I think
movie
he's
is.
kind of tall.
Is he?
It's probably not super short.
He's 5'7", so you know I'm not going to answer
tall
that.
for
I
an
don't want to
actor.
upset one specific fan of ours. And I'm not going to name who he or she or they could be. Could be anybody.
Could be anybody.
It could be anybody, but they know who I'm talking about.
They know.
We all know.
They know.
They know. Another bad Christmas movie is A Christmas Story.
Mhm.
Why the fuck do people watch that shit?
People love it.
It's
I
garbage.
feel like we just did this bit like 3 weeks ago.
Did we?
I like having it on
For
around
Christmas.
the holidays.
We didn't do a Christmas episode.
Yeah, but
Let's make this the Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
folks.
Christmas, folks.
How awesome is
we
Christmas?
got a Jewish person on the Christmas episode.
Yeah, what better way to celebrate the holidays than to bring people together, you know?
Wow.
I don't think that's what Christmas is about.
It's about God and Jesus.
That
But
you don't
also,
believe
it's
in.
also about giving gifts and getting some fucking sick loot from your parents.
Yeah, what's the sickest loot your parents ever gave you under the guise of Saint Nicholas?
Probably like a video game console or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Didn't
think,
realize that you're rich.
Yeah, I think my PlayStation 2 Christmas was probably the best one.
What games did you get for that? Guitar Hero?
Oh, no, this was like way before Guitar Hero. This was probably...
Guitar Hero was like 2005.
It's probably like 2000, like when it just came out. That's like 2000, 2001, right?
Let's see,
For
yeah,
PS2?
it would have been 02 probably, Christmas of 02.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Didn't
because we had a
realize you were
Nintendo
rich,
64
too.
before that.
All right. Someone here's once again stealing poor Valor. When, 3 minutes
did-
before we recorded, he's
I
like,
only-
"I'm trying to buy a
I
house
was
right
rich,
now."
says the person who
I
was
am
buying
trying
a
to
house.
buy a house. Look, I'm trying to buy a house. I didn't say I was succeeding.
A second house. You're trying to buy a second house.
Yeah.
Okay, don't put words in my mouth.
Well, but I mean,
Look, we're all friends here. We don't need, we don't need to go hither and thither into the financials.
I'm just saying, I don't have a house.
I have a
shitty apartment.
The only video game console that I had was a PS2 in 2006, and I had one game for it. It was a Guitar Hero. Every other video game console in my life, I had to buy with my own hard-earned money.
Yeah.
Working in the mines.
I remember the first one I bought myself was like I saved up a bunch of money and bought like an Xbox 360 like right when it came out just so I could play like Halo.
I don't think I've ever bought a console. No, I bought a Switch for my sweetie a few years ago.
Oh, nice. Did she play Animal Crossing on that?
She did for a little bit. She's playing a lot better games now though.
Oh, sick. How great is
Didn't
being
realize.
a gamer?
We love it. I love playing video games on my damn phone.
I also
Phone games are
play.
evil though.
I play many phone games.
Yeah, you played some dipshit game because you're like, oh, sorry, I'm playing Crossy Road 300.
I wish, dude. It's got Aladdin in it, dude. It's got Gerard Butler with a
Gerard
cape.
Butler.
It's the Super Smash Brothers Ultimate of Crossy Road.
Crossy Road Extended Universe.
I'm in it too, actually. I'm very rare though.
Yeah, you have to score 8,000.
Legendary mode to get your character.
I don't know what Crossy Road is. Is it just Frogger but endless?
It's like Frogger. It's like pixelated. I mean, I never played it. One of my roommates in college would play it, and you had like a little pixelated like cat or chicken or some fucking stupid animal, and you just cross roads. Yeah, it's like an endless thing, I think.
I didn't ask what characters you can play or the graphics as the concept of the game. It's endless Frogger.
Well, yeah, but I think part of the appeal, I mean, because the game is not just its mechanics, it's the holistic experience.
The part of the appeal is the microtransactions. I get it, but that little cashy money. I play Super Auto Pets, which is...
that's the dipshit game I was thinking of.
They just stole emojis from like Slack and like Google. And like that's the game. It's just when I said Google, my phone went off. Look, I'm poor. I don't even have an iPhone. Don't come at me.
I have a flip phone, so it's fine.
That's the coolest fucking shit. I wish I was brave enough to be a flip phone guy.
Yeah, let me go grab it. I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
I hope it's a Crazer or an LG chocolate.
Those were nice.
It's probably a recent phone that's just a flip phone.
They only make one flip phone now, and it's like
that's
an
the
old
Razor
flip phone.
No, it's not. It's just a regular. It's just a regular phone.
It's basically a Razor, but
it's basically a Razor.
No, they definitely were making Razors though. Like not that long ago. Like they were again.
Yeah, but they're like smartphone Razors now.
No, it was a $90 Motorola V3 Razor cell phone.
Yeah, V3.
Unlocked. Okay, but it still looks like the Razors of 2006.
It's got a V3 engine in it, dude.
Oh, those are pretty good.
Dude, I want to get into buying burner phones. I don't do anything that would necessitate them, but is that a cat?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's Scoot, screaming Scoot.
Scoot. Folks, how great Scoot.
Oh, you'll see him. This little condo behind him is
Coach thought that was your house.
I did not know you're putting words in my mouth. I was like, wow, Marty's house looks cool. And then you're like, oh, that's for the cats.
Yeah.
Oh, Scoot's a lovely young man.
He is, and he does not like being held.
No, yeah, Emmy doesn't like being held either.
Oh, cats, what idiots.
They are just kind of like dumb little toddlers.
Being held is probably the best part of life, in my opinion.
If I were a cat, it would be my favorite part of being a cat, for sure.
It's my favorite part about being a human, so I have to imagine. It's either that or like being able to jump on top of a door.
Being held, I don't know what that's like.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yo, Samantha, if you're listening, text him back.
Whoa.
Who is that?
Who's that? I don't know what that's about. Yeah. So yeah, burner phones are cool.
This is our most inside episode
No,
of all time.
no, we're talking about other things. In the Doug Zone. I mean, look, if you're listening to this, you probably have you're adjacent to the Doug Zone cast
You've
of
heard
characters.
of the Doug Zone. If you're the guy who talked about Doug Walker in Twitch chat and then told me that you heard my episode of the Doug Zone, I don't know who you are, but I hope you're over here now.
That would be nice. Get some of the
just like some guy.
KU fans.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it's going to be. They're definitely already more successful than us.
Well, I mean, I think they need to get me on their podcast a little bit more so I can drive down those numbers. You know, I feel like as the designated heel of both of the podcasts, and also of their audience, from what I gather, it's up to me to sort of
be the Icarus to their sun, or be the sun to their Icarus.
Yeah, exactly. I am like the sun. I'm very powerful.
In many ways, you are like the sun.
You're super bright.
I am. I'm such a cheerful person.
Isn't it weird that cartoon suns are always wearing sunglasses?
No, they're cool.
What are they protecting their eyes from?
If I could get away with wearing sunglasses all the time, I would do it.
You could. Who's going to stop you?
Yeah, you don't know until you know.
My mom does wear her sunglasses literally everywhere, though.
And your mom, famously one of the coolest people that I have ever talked to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've spoken with my mom, yeah. She's a big fan of the podcast, and much like Chris Hemsworth FaceTimes me, she'll FaceTime you, even though you don't have a iPhone, but, you know, it's fine. She'll Skype you.
Yeah, I have an emulator. I have an iPhone emulator.
Oh, yeah, right. Of course. How could I forget?
I have an iPhone emulator on my computer just for FaceTime with your mom. And let me tell you, she's going to be excited about this one when I called out Joe Biden for stealing the election.
Yeah, she would like that.
Folks.
Coach, do you have a Fox News mom?
Yeah. She's a big Trump stan. She has like she had like this hair clip thing that had like Trump in like bejeweled lettering.
That kind of rocks.
It does kind of rock. Like, it's pretty good. She had like a MAGA Christmas ornament, like the hat, but it was a Christmas ornament.
What better way to show support for the legitimate president of the United States of America?
Yeah, I mean, because, you know, in many ways, Trump is a Christ-like figure.
Better way to support
like myself.
What better way to show support for Christ is to put "Make America Great Again" on your Christmas tree?
Yeah, if the Romans, not the Jews, if the Romans hadn't killed Christ, he would have loved Trump.
Honestly, probably.
Because he'd be so old by the time Trump came around. And
oh, yeah.
Old people.
Yeah, they always say you get more conservative the older you get. So,
and he'd be a dusty
If
old
Jesus
bitch.
was alive today, he would be the oldest man of all time.
Yeah. Assuming nobody else
was
well,
also...
I mean, if he is the son of God, which, I mean, he is, bless up to Christianity. Sorry, Marty. You know, like if you're the son of God, do you age? I mean, you could be killed, right? But like, would you just kind of hit a point where you just stop and you're just kind of hanging out? I don't know.
I think if you were the son of God, that would be up to your dad to decide that. You know,
it's always up to him.
Yeah,
wow, in many ways,
I
like
gotta call my old
Succession.
man, make sure I don't have to get sick right now or some shit.
Yeah,
I might stop aging at one point because we're all God's children.
We're all seeds in God's hands, you know?
Yeah.
I love that song when I was in
we're all God's children, but Jesus is his only son. Think about it.
Yeah.
So I'm his daughter?
I didn't say it.
Much to consider.
Assigned trans by God. unless you're already a woman, I guess.
we're all already women, according to the bit that I just laid out.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. Sure.
Maybe men don't exist, and maybe that's the future that the left wants.
You
Think
decide.
about it.
What about cryptocurrency, though, huh?
What about it?
That's true.
You saw my tweets. I was on a bit of a.
You're onto something.
I was really getting to the bottom of it because like
cryptocurrency,
crypt of currency. What's a crypt of currency? The pyramids. Right?
You also said crypto conspiracy.
Count the letters, connect the words, follow the money, brother.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a pyramid, the Illuminati. Now think about it. Who made Bitcoin? Right? Think about it. Who made it? I don't know. But Bitcoin, bite the coin, consumption of wealth. It's a scam. It is a crypto conspiracy.
Well, Coach, I was already anti-crypto, but now I'm more sold.
Now I'm pro crypto, actually.
No, in the last like month, I've just like lost my mind. I'm like, this shit's evil. It's gonna ruin everything.
Welcome to it, brother. Welcome to it. That's where I've been for years.
Well, I was always just like, oh, it's like dumb speculative bullshit like stocks are, but at least stocks are like a little less dumb speculative bullshit, sort of.
They're still evil, though. Stocks are also evil.
Yeah.
Sure.
I agree.
But crypto's just
one
thick
stock.
bullshit to like, it's just a pyramid scheme.
I've been saying this for a while. I haven't connected the linguistics of it like you have.
I was in a weird place.
Know the ledge, brother.
Much like much like a close personal friend of the pod, Dalton Pruitt.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Succession
Close
is the
personal
vaccine,
friend.
man. I'm starting to get it.
Close personal.
I listen in on his sermons, and like sometimes he makes some good points. I don't know.
Yeah, when he says "call your mom," yeah, you know,
I'm like, I haven't in a while. I really should.
Should you?
I mean, Skillshy has called my mom, but
Yeah. She actually calls me. I don't know how to block on an emulator.
that is true. It's a famously tricky thing to navigate. So yeah, I get it. This is a true crime podcast.
I keep loading the wrong save state. I don't know what this bit is.
Quick saving on a phone emulator.
I got to speed run something.
I have a quick save loaded of right before she breaks up with me, and I just kind of I keep reloading it.
You ever do that in a video game where you accidentally save it immediately before dying?
Yeah, I did that in DK64 once, and I was like, well, I guess I'm just not playing this ever again.
I did that with the original Tomb Raider.
Yeah, Lara Croft, though. She could be an Italian senator, if you know what I mean.
Ooh, nice callback.
Yeah. As a kid, I was.
I mean, she's great. I think she's an expert politician. She's got what it takes.
I mean, doesn't anyone have what it takes to be a politician? You don't do anything.
Whoa,
folks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Living on government money, am I right?
How awesome is the government cheese, folks?
I mean, I'm a government contractor, kind of, so
in many
not
ways,
bad.
I am as well.
Look, Joe Biden lives in government housing. It's absurd. I'm mad about Joe Biden, folks.
Vibin' Joe Biden. You guys remember that when he bit his wife's finger on stage?
What?
No.
Yeah. No, Joe Biden, like when he was like on the campaign trail, his wife like stuck her. Dr. Jill Biden stuck her fingers in Dr. Joe Biden's mouth.
He's not a doctor. But he's about to pronounce this country dead.
Oh.
Whoa. Oh, you're on a roll, man.
I'm just anti-Joe Biden today, and it's really for nothing. There's
because if anybody's here is not allowed to be pro, I mean, I'm an American.
Mm-hmm.
Marty is an American.
I'm an honorary American.
Well, you know, we should build a wall, but not down south. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, on the coast, you got to watch the oceans. They're rising. Yep. Thanks a lot, Joe Biden. It's all his fault, dude. He invented littering in 1926 when he was born.
He was. That would make him almost no, he wasn't born in 1926.
He was born pretty close to that, I think.
Pretty close to 1926. I was going way early to be exaggeratory.
He was born in
Not that far off.
1942 when Columbus sailed. No, that's 1492. Yeah, not when Columbus sailed the ocean blue. I mean, how great was Christopher Columbus, an Italian king?
You think Columbus was sailing the ocean blue during World War II?
Yeah, I'm sure many people were. There were naval battles. Somebody had to.
I'm sure there was at least one person named Columbus setting sail.
My grandfather was in the
I'm
Merchant
not sure of
Marines.
that. I'm actually not sure of any of what you're fucking saying. Where are your sources? Give me a peer-reviewed study that said Mr. Columbus was a naval officer in 1942, and maybe I'll consider.
I know people.
Yeah, I mean, I know everyone in the MCU that's ever worked on it. So I think
there was someone named Columbus. So
he told me that he was there, and
Look,
I said, I don't know.
Chris Columbus, he's got some good movies. The director.
Oh, that's a director?
Yeah, he did Young Sherlock Holmes, and I think perhaps the third Home Alone movie.
He looks like a interesting guy.
Yep. Oh, he did the first two Home Alones, actually, and also Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie.
Huh?
Oh, he did Pixels.
Oh, my favorite.
Acclaimed 2015 comedy.
He did Mrs. Doubtfire. Two of the Harry Potters minimum. This dude did everything, dude.
Yeah,
Gremlins. Honestly, I stand by it. He's got some good.
Columbus. How about petition to make Columbus Day about this guy?
Okay. I mean, I don't
He's
want
won
to give
me
Harry
over.
Potter
I was
fans a
being
reason to celebrate
sarcastic.
Harry Potter more, but okay, we can talk about it.
I would only celebrate him for Five Nights at Freddy's. It has Willem Dafoe in it. Did not know that.
He's a nice guy. I've met him. Really nice guy.
Did you meet his dick?
Dude hangs
Kind of hard. So actually, when you go to shake Willem Dafoe's hand, he just pulls his pants down. He's like, "This is my hand." So yeah, I did.
It's a big
I took his
Lyndon
dick.
Johnson move.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, sure.
The president.
Yeah. I know.
The current president.
Donald Trump. No.
Lyndon Johnson. You guys, you know what I'm referencing?
Yeah.
Lyndon
Blowjob Johnson.
Famous sex pest Lyndon B. Johnson.
Very famous sex pest. World renowned.
He was being interviewed about Vietnam, and they're like, "Why are we in Vietnam?" And he pulled out his dick, and he's like, "Any questions?"
I mean, I'd be like, sure, okay, I guess that's why we're here.
That's sexual harassment, buddy. I think he should be canceled for that.
Is he alive? No, right?
No.
There's no way he's alive.
If he is, I got to go do something about it. Yeah, exactly.
Well, we're ready.
Don't worry. Coach and I
did
on the
he
case.
die?
It is legal to fly with a gun on a plane. You just got to check it.
Oh yeah, and I mean, this is a black powder revolver, so it's like,
Oh, they don't even care about those.
yeah, exactly, which is stupid because like I could kill somebody with this, probably myself, not on purpose, but just like putting in too much black powder and exploding. Which is why I've never shot it because I'm afraid of that happening.
It's a good home defense weapon, too, because even if you miss, there's going to be such a big cloud of smoke that the intruders will never be able to find you.
And that's when I pull out the samurai sword and I strike through the smoke.
You run them through with your blade.
Yeah.
Smart.
I say like Midori Setsugeka or something like that. And they'll be like, wow, he's a real samurai warrior. And I'll be like, yeah, man. I played Final Fantasy XIV as a samurai class. I think I know a thing or two about Japanese words.
Folks, how Bushido is coach?
Yeah. No, but actually, yeah.
I hate to do this, but I have a true crime story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, man, I love this trend of us, killing 40 minutes before it's like, all right, time to, I guess, do the
Speedrun
show.
True Crime.
I don't know if anyone likes it. I don't know. No one has ever commented whether the true crime is part of the podcast is good or not. I guess we'll never know.
I do really enjoy this current trend of 40 to 45 minutes of bullshitting before the true crime. It's really nice.
Yeah, we did a couple episodes where it was like all true crime.
And those are exhausting.
Not a fan. Honestly.
I know. I was doing I did a few hours of research last night, and I wrote this whole narrative for a story, and then I was like, I don't think that's this kind of show anymore.
It's really
I just pulled up an article from a year and a half ago that happened here, and I'm going to read that.
That's what we do.
You are, what you're doing. You know your audience.
Folks, confirmed he listens. So
By the way,
thought,
shout out my close personal friend Oki. Great show. Glad he's getting famous.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Shout out Oki, dude. He's fine.
He never tweeted about his appearance on our podcast, but that's fine.
No. He's gotten too big. After the episode came out, after his video came out,
yeah,
he got 60,000 new subscribers. He's like, I can't fucking plug this bullshit podcast. They use fake names because they probably use slurs all the time, but he doesn't listen.
And honestly, recently we've been very good. I think we've been on very good behavior for 6 months.
I can fix that.
Okay.
I will share. We have hardly talked since his episode, but
that's not surprising.
He recently sent me a screenshot of 2 Chainz lyrics. Rest in peace to all the soldiers that died in the service. I dive in her cervix. And then he sent me a screenshot of a tweet that said, "Come inside her for me." Pretty much all of our discussion since his episode came out.
How great's doing visual bits. just to mess up who's talking.
It makes for great podcasting.
It's fun for me. I don't care about what the listeners think.
The show is definitely not for the listeners.
We do this for ourselves.
It's true.
That's the best kind of thing to make, though. To be real, if you're just making it for yourself, if other people like it, great. If other people don't, fuck it.
Yeah.
Make stuff for yourself. Be wildly self-indulgent.
Yeah, that's how YouTube kept this thing going so long.
Yeah.
Too long, honestly. We should end it.
No, we've outlasted Cow and Hour. We've outlasted the Loud Boys.
Reasonable
beef. Doug Zone, you're on notice.
Did the Loud Boys start before us? I don't remember.
No, but I mean, if you want to count the group chat with Robbie Goodwin as being the proto Loud Boys, then sure. He should bring that back, just like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, he should release the episode that he had me on. He said it was too funny, and people would think that it was the best episode he'd ever done, so he didn't want to release it.
Yeah, he definitely overshadowed him, which, I mean,
it happens.
I'm not going to continue this.
Anyway, Marty, now you see what I have to talk through every episode.
I think it's great. I think you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you.
Really happy to bear witness to how good this episode is going.
Oh yeah, I'm having a blast.
It's going swell.
And it's so good. It's so good that we're having this on Saturday and not Sunday, because I have a feeling Sunday for me is going to not be a high energy day.
You would think today would be a Saturday.
Oh,
okay. It will be later. How great's the Sword of Damocles? I'm just looking up, and it's right there, just off frame. I'm going to start hanging swords from the ceiling.
You should get a nice javelin or a spear,
Yeah.
and then mount it right behind you and refer to it as the Spear of Longinus.
I don't know that one.
It's
What about Billy Wagadagger, folks? Wag a javelin.
Oh, okay. The Holy Lance.
yeah, the Holy Lance. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Spear of Destiny.
I need to start talking about this. Holy shit.
Holy Lance.
How do you pronounce it, though? That's the thing. Okay. The fucking phonetic thing on Google is in a cryptic language, so
Yeah, it's phonetics.
it is indecipherable.
Yeah, it's
That's-
Greek, right?
It's all Greek to me, folks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you guys know in
what the fuck is
1992, a
that?
year after? Did you guys know in 1992, a year after the wife of Dutch crime writer Richard Klinkhammer disappeared?
well,
the author?
1992 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Absolutely. Columbus sailed the ocean Pepsi blue, if you ask me.
Oh,
Shout out to Zach from the Reasonable Beef Discord. He sent me some Pepsi Blue like a couple months ago to try.
I
It was
would not
really
drink
good.
it if I were you.
It was good.
Have you-
No, it was like they re-released it. It wasn't.
Yeah,
from,
I
like,
believe
the
they
90s.
re-released it.
I know
'Cause
they
I
did
went
the
to-
Crystal Pepsi.
I went to
Oh,
a.
it's so bad.
I used to get Pepsi Blue when I was a kid, and then they were like, "Wait a minute, this blue dye causes cancer. Maybe we should stop selling this." And I was drinking it like every day at that point. And I went back to my childhood hometown, and I went to my childhood favorite convenience store, and they had Pepsi Blue, and I was like, "This might be super old. Who's to say? But I'm gonna get it." And it was gross. That's my Pepsi Blue story. Anyway, that was a 90s thing. That's the reference there, folks. Did you know in 1992, a year after the wife of Dutch crime writer Richard Klinkhammer disappeared, the author gave his publisher a manuscript of a novel that was a grisly, detailed exploration of 7 ways in which Klinkhammer could conceivably have killed his wife.
Did he clink his wife's head with a hammer?
That's one of the 7 ways it could have happened.
That would be shockingly on the nose.
I think. I mean, that's what I would do.
That you would
If
have
I had
to,
done it.
kind of.
That's how I would have done it.
Yeah, I should just start writing if I did it for just like every high-profile crime ever.
If I did it, Zodiac Killer edition.
Yeah. Like ones they haven't caught yet, just to like get them to start looking into me and like.
Well, they haven't caught the Zodiac Killer, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Folks, go check out the Zodiac Killer episode.
Shouts out Gary Post. Happy birthday in heaven, buddy.
R.I.P. Truly one of the guys. In one of these scenarios in which if I did it, he disposes of her body by pushing her flesh through a mincer and feeding it to the pigeons. I thought this would be a little bit relevant to our audience.
Okay.
Meat.
Yeah. Good good on those pigeons, getting a nice hearty meal out of it, I guess.
Yeah. And then they're like, I'm pretty sure this guy did it, but didn't have a body.
Oof.
So can't really investigate a murder without a body.
Well, shit,
Body
the lady was
case.
minced up. The pigeons already got it. I mean,
Yeah. Now it's a disappearance.
it's the perfect crime. What are you going to do? Catch all of the pigeons? I don't think so.
Yeah. Better hope they're bulimic.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
How many birds got a eating disorder, folks?
I don't know. I don't know enough about birds.
There's got to be a few, right?
Probably doves. Probably most of the doves are at least on a strict diet. doing
Doves are
keto.
pigeons, man. It's all the same.
Don't hit me with that. Don't come at me with
Don't you put that shit on me.
So he sends this book of If I Did It, basically. And his publisher's like, yeah, this seems disgusting that you're just like mincing up this body of your wife and feeding it to birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like, we don't want to publish this book. And then there's like a little bit of underground pressings of this book, and he starts going on TV shows. And he's a celebrity for writing this book.
Well, he's not much of a celebrity if he was never in the MCU, unlike some people.
Yeah, those are the only people who are famous if you've been in the MCU, which is why our podcast is so well known.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth famously loves it. Ask him about it, please.
Yeah, tweet at Chris Hemsworth right now. What's your favorite episode of Bad Boy Crimes? Last time I checked in with him, he said it was the Astro World episode, but
that one does do well with.
He was really excited about that one.
Mm-hmm.
He actually sent me an email.
Wow, that's
of
old school, but that's so Chris Hemsworth to do that though. Yeah,
it's very Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
And then anyway, Klinkhammer. He was like, I gotta do a couple home renovations, and so he hires some people to work on the house, and they're digging up the floor and everything, and they're like, this is a skull. And then they they did a little bit of science on this skull, and they're like, this is your wife's skull. So he went to jail for murder, and he confessed it was him.
Did he say which way he did it?
He did not. At least not in this article.
To say they hammered him in the clink.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That was after he got to prison.
Oh, okay.
You see that?
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a rape joke, folks. A little bit blue.
We've all watched Let's Go to Prison.
We've all watched Let's Go to Prison.
Great.
I looked up a story because I was like, what if there was someone who did like the OJ if I did it, but they actually did it? What if that was a scenario? Found him, and in his picture, I'll actually just share this picture with the class, if that works.
Okay.
Ooh. This is a great picture. This is good old Klinkhammer.
Oh, this guy rules. This guy absolutely ground his wife up.
Yeah,
and fed her to pigeons. Post that image in the Discord so people
I'll post
are just
in the Discord.
What's this? And then they're like, oh. They'll get to the part of the episode where we say the thing, and then they're like, "Oh, wow! It's all come full circle."
Yeah.
Storytelling.
Yeah. For those just listening, if you're in Tanzania, you might not be in the Discord. This old dude with a cowboy hat. He's making a face like, "Yeah, I did it."
It's like, "Yeah, I did it," and he looks cool as fuck, even though he's like
95 in that photo.
Yeah. He's got a cool collage of other kind of disgruntled looking men in the background. Which are they him? Is that
they're all him?
Well, there's a Klinkhammer in the background with like a sick haircut. He's a handsome dude. Assuming it's him.
I believe that's him.
So was he old as fuck when he killed his wife? Like at that point, just wait for her to die.
Maybe she was young. You ever think about that?
It looks like he could pull some poontang.
Let me see.
Silver Fox, Klinkhammer. I already forgot his first name. So
Richard, little Dickie Clinks.
Dick Klinkhammer, huh?
Oh.
His wife Hanny and Dick.
Well, Hanny's an old ass name. Yeah, she's not young.
Short for Hannelore.
That's worse.
Even older.
That sounds like a fucking character from The Witcher. That sounds like some elven lady from The Witcher.
Yeah. I'm trying to find...
And not a hot one.
Trying to find the MO, the modus operandi. He was 62 when he was arrested in 2000. So he was in his mid-50s.
He looks way too old for that.
Yeah.
He's lived a storied life. Unless this is this even him though?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay.
On the underneath that image, it said Richard Klinkhammer.
Oh well, I mean that proves it.
That proves it. That's from Wikimedia Commons, so pretty accurate stuff. If one of you has a crime, you can discuss while I find a method of death and other such information.
I mean, I sort of have it's kind of a crime, but what's more interesting about it is kind of the other stuff, right? Because this podcast, we talk about true crime, and true crime is mostly conducted by villains. But this story has a hero in it, mixing it up, New Year,
doing a hero of the week type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. So in Little Rock, Arkansas, this is a thing that is happening as of last year, and I think is still kind of an ongoing thing. I don't think they've found the guy, but there's been a serial stabbing thing going on, and of which there's been 4 knife attacks, and 3 of them have been fatal. And that started, I guess, in August 2020, and it's still going. And this article is old, so maybe there's even more. I don't know. I also don't really care. But the only surviving victim, Deborah Walker, who's 43, she was stabbed 15 times, which is...
She related to Douglas Walker?
I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
Maybe if
I go on the Doug Zone, I can reveal that. But
CIA op Douglas Walker.
Truly.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's Larry. Gotta get the names of the victims. Larry McChristian, 64, which is a great name. Jeff Welch, 62, and an unidentified man known as Old School.
Okay.
Those are the other victims.
Do you think that's what his birth certificate says?
He's just a guy called Old. Who knows? He's old school.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
Do you think he was friends with Old Ted?
Maybe he was Old Ted.
Maybe he was Old Ted.
Maybe he was Old Ted. Yeah.
Old Ted.
Let us know in the Discord.
Yeah, folks, vote now on your phones. Was Old School Old Ted? Do you even remember that bit? I barely do.
Old Ted saved a baby from a train track. Is that correct?
Was that my story or your story?
Yeah, that was your story of the woman who kept marrying dudes with the same name and trying to kill them.
Man, that was I was on a stretch for a little bit. So
a little bit.
Like in Marvel movies, how there's a villain, a hero rises to the occasion. I would know because I've been in every Marvel movie, but it's the same with this situation. Someone. A self-professed superhero who calls himself ShadowVision, which it's one word, but the V is also capitalized. Has been patrolling the capital of Arkansas, vowing to hunt down an apparent serial killer in the area.
Marty, have you read Program to Kill?
Oddly enough, I read it because I'm in there.
You're in the book?
Yeah. They reference me and how good I am at not killing people.
Folks, Marty's real name, Richard Klinkhammer.
Oh, whoa, it all comes full circle. But yeah, so this ShadowVision dude has a Facebook page, and he's like, I know the serial killer he's keeping an eye on this, so fucking watch out, dude. He's like, I'm fucking hunting you, which is insane. Very cool.
The thrill of the hunt, dude.
I love the thrill of the hunt.
How thrilling is the hunt?
He says he's a real life superhero. He protects the innocent at whatever cost, and he would even sacrifice his own life to save an innocent life. He claims to have exterminated 2 other serial killers, not killed, exterminated. That's in quotes. Although that has not been verified.
Maybe he did it before they started serial killing. So,
That's true. Yeah. He's claimed that one of them was in North Carolina while the other was also in Arkansas, but this was back in the 1990s. So he's been a career serial killer, vigilante superhero, sort of serial killer, for a while now, I guess. Almost 30 years.
Syndicated killer.
He also loves hunting high-ranking gang members, according to himself. And let's see. Yeah, he's just giving the people hope, But what's really fucking cool is like I think he has an Instagram.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so his Instagram is ShadowVision RISH or something, but I think if you just type in ShadowVision, it's the first one that comes up. And this dude's got kind of like a Black Panther sort of vibe, but also like, I mean, I guess not as cringy as like a real superhero thing. He's got like a kunai strapped to his leg. He's got like 2 katanas on the back.
Outfit, actually.
I mean, it's. But I think what's so fucking wild about this dude is he's like powering his weaponry now. Like he's got electricity going through it and stuff.
That seems a little bit too dangerous.
Yeah, he's like, he had this video of him like, he's like, I'm doing upgrades to my suit. I will have 950,000 volts running through the suit. And he spelled through wrong.
That in no way will go wrong at all.
So he's going to die soon.
And then he's adding electric to his blades now also, his words.
So he's trying to go for like an Iron Man type thing.
Yeah, he's like Iron Man meets, I guess, Ronin meets Black Panther. That's kind of the vibe.
Okay.
Very cool, but like this guy seems absolutely insane.
This guy might need to call his mom.
Yeah. ShadowVision, please call your mom. But
ShadowVision, come on the podcast. You know more about crime than anyone here does.
We should have ShadowVision on the. I'm going to DM ShadowVision.
We could probably get him, right?
We could get ShadowVision. Yeah,
I don't think it'd be that hard. He seems like the kind of guy that would willingly do something like this.
Oh, I can't message him unless they follow me. Fuck. Well, I'm going to follow him and see if he'll follow back.
What's his ratio?
Can I comment on his things? Yeah, I'm going to do that.
We got to get an official Bad Boy Crimes Instagram so we could reach out to ShadowVision and do nothing else.
Okay, I commented on his most recent thing, and I said, come on my True Crime podcast for an interview. And hopefully...
Folks,
I mean, he's a hero. Again, like you said, nobody knows more about crime than him. He is on the streets patrolling, hunting the killer.
I'm lording over Wikipedia articles. I don't know anything about crime. I'm not boots on the ground over here.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 2 people I know who are really boots on the ground with this kind of thing: ShadowVision and Dalton.
Anyway, I have some new updated information about Richard Klinkhammer.
How's he doing?
So, not well.
He's not the only one.
I think that you guys are going to like him a little bit more.
I don't know what that means.
So, he releases this book, Underground. He sells 2,000 copies. Okay. And a journalist is like, I'm pretty sure this guy killed his wife, as I'm sure we're all thinking. And so the journalist goes to Richard Klinkhammer and is like, did you kill your wife? And then he says, and I quote, "It's not yet the time to talk about it."
Ah, I love a good cryptic saying.
I love just not answering things.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that around these parts.
It's very much tell the truth or at least don't lie.
Yeah.
And
I live
then
by that.
and then he was 9 years away. And I didn't know this because he was Dutch. But I was under the impression that globally there was no statute of limitations on murder, but apparently he was 9 years away from surpassing that statute of limitations.
How long is it?
Well, he did it in 1992, and this is sometime he got caught in 2000. So it's like 19 years.
Yeah, let's round it to 20. So
Yeah, 20 sounds good.
That seems
that's not that long. I mean, you could get away with that.
you could get away for 20 years.
Yeah, especially 92. There was no way to prove someone killed someone in 1992.
Yeah, they had no DNA.
No.
DNA didn't exist until 23andMe came along.
Yeah. Thank you, the Mormons.
Way to go, Mormons.
Did they do that?
Yeah, the Mormons. Ask Matt Dugzone about it. They're obsessed with the genealogy and the ancestry shit.
I don't think I like that very much.
Yeah.
So he would put signs on his wife's grave that said everyone is able to murder someone somewhere suddenly.
I mean, that's true.
Everyone can commit murder if they want, yeah.
And then he was digging a hole in his garden, and then he pointed out to his neighbors, "This is big enough to fit a body." And they were like, interesting thing to say.
Oh, okay, there's Richard thinking like that again. Okay.
What an interesting thing to say while you're digging a hole.
You want to know what else is an interesting thing to say?
What's that?
Talking about how there's going to be a fire, which is what happened in my crime.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Was there a fire?
Yeah.
No spoilers, no spoilers.
Forrest Xavier Wilkinson, 27 years old.
Didn't we talk about this guy?
Did you guys?
I don't know.
I remember I sent this
folks,
article
sound
to you
off
like
in
a
the
year
comments.
ago. But
Sound off in the comments if we talked about Forrest Xavier
I
Wilkinson.
don't think we have. I think you're thinking of a different person.
Folks, check out the episode "The Arsonist Always Strikes Twice." Maybe.
who's to say?
Who's
I'm
to
going to
say?
talk about it anyway.
Perfect.
Uh,
I don't remember.
No, this
So
is
in-
a recent crime, so I don't think we talked about this.
The
Well,
name
if you guys
sounds
did-
familiar.
I would be shocked. I did send you the article about this squid like a year ago, so
Yeah.
maybe this is just a repeat. Maybe I'm stealing my
Well-
own content back from you.
that's fine. You're allowed
That's
to
fine.
do that. It's your intellectual property, and which we care about.
Can true crime be someone's intellectual property?
It is if it's mine.
I
You
guess
gotta
that's.
get that on the blockchain. You know,
I guess that's the whole moral of the story of Richard Klinkhammer is that murder was his intellectual property that he sold to 2,000 people.
Yeah, good for him.
he should have made it an NFT. You know,
Yeah, should have minted it.
then I would have done something about it.
Speaking of NFTs, real quick, I just wanted to say I called Kyle Rittenhouse NFTs the day after he was not convicted.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's doing NFTs. So
I mean, I respect the grind in that sense because it's like you selling an NFT, sure, make money off idiots, I guess. Like it's all bad, but like fuck it, get the bag, do whatever. But if you're buying an NFT from somebody, you're an idiot. Like you're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
yeah, agreed.
So yeah, what's up with this?
Forrest
Whitaker.
Anyways, Forrest Whitaker. Yes.
Yeah.
Forrest Xavier Whitaker Wilkinson. Um, on July 1st, 2021, he woke up or was awake at around 2:30 in the morning, and he started walking through his apartment complex
On
saying
patrol,
to people,
boots on the ground.
like knocking on the doors and saying, "Hey, there's about to be a fire here. You need to leave." Later, he starts yelling, "Fire, fire, fire," and knocking on doors and like getting people out of the apartment complex.
Sounds like, it sounds like he had a deadly premonition, you know?
Yeah,
And
it
he's just
almost
trying to
does
help.
sound like it. This fire burnt down a substantial section of the residential building where it was totally a complete loss, so they tore it down and they're rebuilding it all now. When investigators showed up, they found that the fire started in his apartment, which was covered in lighter fluid and lit on fire with a piece of paper.
That seems a little bit suspicious because I
Yeah.
haven't done that with my place, and my place has never been on fire.
I mean, it's like one of those things where, you know, you're a writer and you want something to happen in your story, so you write that there's a prophecy that thing's going to happen so that it can happen. That sounds like that's what this guy did, but in real life by starting a fire.
Yeah.
It's called manifesting.
Used the secret. He put it out into the universe, and then it happened.
How great is manifesting things by using your own two hands and literally making it happen?
You know, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard, you know?
It's true. They do be saying that.
They do be saying that. But when talent works hard, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
They don't say that too much, but it's true. It's a little coach tip.
A K-9 unit was brought in to investigate further into the scene where they smelt the lighter fluid on his shoes and his hands. Mm-hmm. So he got booked into Salt Lake County Jail on suspicion of aggravated arson.
Suspicion,
yes.
Allegedly.
As of right now, the time of this recording, which I will not say, the damages to the building were about $500,000, and he is still being investigated. But until he's charged, he's innocent. So maybe he just knew there was going to be a fire.
Maybe somebody was in his apartment and was like, "I'm going to light a fire. You better warn people." And he's like, Maybe he was really up on Benadryl, and the Hat Man was like, "I'm going to start a fire."
Maybe Richard Klinkhammer was setting him up, and he was trying to warn everyone.
Maybe ShadowVision was up to it. I mean,
where was ShadowVision when this was going on? Actually,
maybe it was ShadowVision because Wilkinson was convicted of assault tied to domestic violence in 2015 and 2017. So maybe ShadowVision knew that this guy was no good.
But then if it was ShadowVision, I mean, well, no, but he probably didn't. He didn't have his electricity in his armor yet, so he couldn't have. Yeah, right. I mean, I'm just going off the Instagram dates, but he only got electricity powers in October of last year. If this happened in July, he would have had to start it manually. But I mean,
maybe it was the first prototype of his electricity, and that's why it went awry.
Maybe so. Yeah, I mean, I think they're not really exploring the ShadowVision connection here, and I think they need to. That might solve this mystery.
We should call up
Murray City Police Department.
Yeah, we should call them up. At least call the landlord and be like, "Actually, let's not snitch on our boy ShadowVision."
Yeah. It seems like
ShadowVision. If you're listening, we will not snitch on you.
No, yeah, you don't even have to show your face on the podcast.
No, but if you do wear your uniform, what's the
super
costume?
Costume sounds like it's Halloween, and he's for real about it. So I didn't want to say
he's a real superhero.
You wouldn't be like, "Oh, Superman, nice costume."
Yeah, nice spandex, Kal-El. Fucking nerd.
Nerd.
Folks. How gay is Superman?
You put your underwear on the outside?
Kind of sus, dude. It's kind of sus.
Like, what message are you trying to send to the children? Superman's a pedophile now?
He has an S on his shirt that stands for semen. I don't know about that.
I bet you he's trying to see men.
Oh,
It's all coming
there you
together.
have it, folks.
Superman more like suck a man.
Follow the letters, folks. Know the ledge. Know the ledge.
I know the ledge. I stand on the precipice of it every day.
I am intimately familiar with the ledge.
This is a true crime podcast.
Folks, how true is crime?
Well, I mean, I want ShadowVision to respond to my comment on his Instagram so we can get to the bottom of this.
How active is he on Instagram?
I mean, he hasn't posted anything since October, so I'm wondering if he's even
Alive.
live.
Now he's laying low, you know?
Yeah,
Is ShadowVision alive? This news is not exactly up to date. Yeah, everything's from like, oh, okay.
yeah. Is there any like this year?
Everything I'm seeing is from quite a while ago. Everything's from like July.
He has his own website, I think. I don't know.
Does he have a blog?
Oh, does he have anything on his Facebook?
Get that.
I wished everybody a Merry Christmas on December 24th.
It's the wrong day, ShadowVision.
And he also wished everybody have a
Happy New Year?
ShadowVision stepped forward armed with katanas and excellent arch support. Carless but ready to walk however many miles it took to end the reign of the Little Rock slasher. So is he just trying to get one criminal?
Yeah, it sounds like he's just getting one. I mean, he was saying in the article I was reading,
He's got like a single arch nemesis, and he's like,
Little Rock, Arkansas, because I was tired of seeing in the news like people suffering, and I was like, I needed to bring this guy to justice.
does he know that people suffer from other crimes?
Well, if he's from Little Rock, his arch nemesis should be Bill Clinton.
But they love Bill Clinton there.
His arch nemesis should be a boulder, am I right, folks? His arch nemesis should be paper, am I right, folks?
ShadowVision, more like Sisyphus vision, am I right?
Apparently, okay, September 13th is his birthday, and he turned 44.
Young and spry. That's good.
And he's been doing this since the 90s?
So
What's the slasher doing?
He was a teenager when he was taken down. Apparently, August 5th, he took down a drug dealer. I was getting bored today that this dealer pop up in my neighborhood, lol. The police just work with this guy? This is so fucking funny. Guys, we got to have ShadowVision on the podcast.
Everyone go follow him on Instagram.
I might message him on Facebook.
Yeah, message him on Facebook. I don't know, if you see this ShadowVision, you're like, why are all these people commenting to go on this true crime podcast? And you check it out. I'm going to name this one something with ShadowVision in it. So you know to listen to this one and get to the hour and 18-minute mark. Come on the show. We're friends.
We just want to give you a platform for your message, and we want to get to the bottom of what's going on in Little Rock.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot going on there, man. We want you to really explore the space.
I want you to be safe with your electricity swords. It seems
that seems
honestly
very dangerous.
I don't want to tell you how to do your job, because clearly you're boots on the ground, as I said. But that seems ill-advised. But maybe
It
he's got
seems
professional
pretty fucking
training.
sick, though.
It is
Yeah, it
pretty
sounds really
sick.
badass.
You think they're battery powered, or is it like, is he plugged in?
He's got. I mean, it's probably plugged into his suit, which I mean, that's got to have. It's just got to be a battery. But
What if his suit was solar powered? That'd be pretty cool.
eco-friendly.
How's he gonna
ShadowVision.
fight crime at night?
Batteries. You use the solar panels to power the batteries.
Well, I wonder, like, how much. I mean, if he's running a lot of volts through those swords, right?
Yeah.
And also his little like arm fucking spike things. It looks like he has, so he can punch. I don't know, punch people with it, block people. I don't know, but he's got the swords. So if he's running like 950,000 volts, like, how big of a battery do you need to like get more than one good strike? I imagine that would drain a battery pretty quick.
Maybe he's got a generator.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like
he's going from a Black Panther thing to an Iron Man thing.
Real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he's got the core. What is it?
The arc reactor?
Yeah, the arc reactor.
I hate that I know that.
Yeah, I mean, he's your close personal
or maybe
friend. Of
it's-
course you would know that.
Or
right,
maybe
of course,
it's,
but you know, it
like
looks like I'm a guy who watches Marvel movies and pays attention, and and they're good because I'm in them. But you know what I mean?
You only pay attention when it's relevant.
Yeah, exactly.
like when you hook up like your TV to an exercise bike, and then the more that you pedal, the more electricity you have. Maybe he's got it hooked up like a ring fit, and it's just on his inner thigh. And when he runs,
like a step counter type deal.
yeah, every time he's running, it charges his suit.
Yeah, like 1 volt.
He runs out of juice, and he's just got to do circles around the drug dealer until he's.
Yeah, I wonder if he used the sword on the drug dealer. He just kind of like taps him in the back of the neck with it, and just. I mean, I'd probably kill the guy. I would assume. I don't know.
You could probably get him like through a puddle. You know what I mean?
How are the police not investigating him?
Maybe he is a cop. Maybe he's daytime.
This seems like very
a cop.
cop-like behavior. Yeah.
Like daytime, he's a cop, and he's like, I'm not getting enough done in the hours that they're giving me. You know, they're cutting. Joe Biden's cutting the police budget. I got to do some stuff on my own time. I got to clean up the streets.
The friendly neighborhood ShadowVision.
It's a good name.
It's a name a 13-year-old would come up with.
Okay, don't slander our new friend ShadowVision. I bet you ShadowVision killed Brian Laundrie.
I bet ShadowVision would and could kill literally everybody we've talked about on this podcast. Hopefully I'm next.
All right. You want to wrap this baby up?
Yeah, let's take it in for a landing. Why not?
All right.
Put a little bow on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tuck it
That's
into
right.
bed. Read a story.
Just like Christmas, put a little bow on it. Merry Christmas, folks.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas special from our good Christmas loving friend Marty.
Yep, that's right.
You guys know it was Ghislaine Maxwell's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Ghislaine. I'll see you soon.
She was born on Christmas. It's crazy. ShadowVision, can I point you in a specific person's direction? Can I just...
Well, I mean, Hillary's already got that covered, so...
I was going to point him towards Hillary, actually.
Well, I mean, he's in Arkansas. He probably loves the Clintons.
He might love the Clintons. All right. That's the episode. Marty, do you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, follow me on Twitter at RealOnlineBoy. I write parody songs, and I'm overall a really chill ass dude. So
great, yeah. Follow Real Online Boy on Twitter. That's definitely Marty.
Honestly, I believe it.
I really loved Country Bros Give Me Dome. That's my favorite of your songs.
Thanks, man. It took me a long time to work on that one. I really wanted to figure out the perfect way to get the chorus.
I catch myself singing that at work sometimes. I'm like, oh.
I appreciate that, man. You got to pay me royalties, though.
Yeah, well, I love intellectual property, so of course I'd be glad to.
Yeah.
I was singing your Dragula song at work last night.
Oh, that's actually one of my favorites. Thanks, man.
It's my favorite. So, twins, I guess.
No, I got one more plug. Listen to my so far non-existent podcast, All Ages Show, that I'll be hosting with Comrade, guest from 2 weeks ago.
That was 2 weeks ago, dude.
Time has been flying very strangely.
Time flies when you're having a good time. What can I say?
Yeah, I haven't had a good time since 1997, so time's doing something it's not supposed to.
How great's the sword of Damocles that's floating above me right now? And it's gonna fall. I am engineering scenarios where it's going to fall.
You're just throwing a shoe at it.
Iron sharpens iron, baby, and I'm gonna come back even stronger.
You ever have one of those like sticky hands you get from a vending machine for 25 cents and you just throw it on your ceiling?
A million years ago, yeah.
You throw it on your ceiling and it just stays there forever.
And your mom gets mad, yep.
Yeah, that's the sort of Damocles.
For me. It is kind of. It's going to fall eventually.
It's going to fall eventually. And you're like throwing stuff at it to try and get it to fall, but it won't.
And then when you least suspect it, it smacks you right in the face. You're like, yeah, I wonder what this would feel like if it was a blade. I'm so sharp. But I'm not sharp enough, apparently. According to God. There's a lot in store for me yet.
All right. Well, folks, Merry Christmas. That's it.
Happy New Year.
Yep. Bazinga. No, I'm just fucking kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, Lashana Tova. It's all the other members of the tribe out there. Let's have a good one, folks.
Yeah.